This is a private label rights neurodivergent second brain template, basically an ADHD ultimate planner for sale by Minimalish Paper Company. PLR means private label rights, which means if you purchase this template, you can sell it as your own. And so right now we're going to review the template to show you some things you can do to sell the template as your own. This template is sold in my Etsy shop, Minimalish Paper Company, with commercial rights, which means you can sell it. You can sell it as many times as you want to. This template was created with a client who was ADHD diagnosed, and she struggled with both executive functioning, meaning she struggled with information overload. She needed a place to put everything that was in her head, but she also struggled with the visual overwhelm that can comes with most planners, and definitely can come with Notion, because often we look at Notion's value and we pile tons of things in it. She found that entirely overwhelming. So most of the things on the template are hidden in toggles. So most of these databases you're going to see are in toggles. So we're going to start at the bottom. Down here you have a habit tracker that's built. I'm going to close that up. A shopping list. You also have routines. You set these routines up right here by changing the properties, and then the person every day can check off which routines they complete. There's a family database, a food journal, a meal planner and food journal, which is closed up in a toggle. Sorry, meal planner and food journal, two different things, but they're closed up in one toggle. A brain download, a master calendar. This client particularly wanted to track moods, birthdays, and activities. She wanted to be able to break down her calendar. So you'll see some breakdowns here. I left all of that in the planner for you to redesign. And here is a task list. When you redesign these as your own, you're going to want to make them aesthetically your own. They're this template's very stripped down. I did leave this icon throughout the template, but you may want to change that, add covers, add images. All of the images have been removed from it so that you can sell it as your own. I did used to sell this as my own Notion template within my Etsy shop. I have removed that since I'm now selling it with commercial rights. However, I sold this template for right around $20. You can sell it for more. You can add more functionality to this. You can take away. You can do whatever you want to. Or if you want to create custom templates for people using this as a base, you certainly can do that. When you go into the plan function, this is basically a link to your daily, weekly, and monthly planner. Right here is your daily planner. Again, everything closed up in toggles. So I'm going to close these up. I do leave the master calendar and the task list out. Also left out the time function. That is just a widget that you can embed. I've left that in here. You can Google. There's tons of companies that provide widgets that you can embed. Here I love to include instructions. There's just a few mock in here for you. You may want to do it. Notion AI can actually help you put instructions in as well. The weekly planner is going to be the same. Everything right now, most of them are broken out. Some are still locked up in toggles. And then we have the monthly planner. The monthly planner, kind of very similar. I think here the brain downloads and notes are included in those. The food and meal planner, I did leave the instructions in here. This is my meal planner that I sell in my Etsy shop. It's in most of my templates. To me, it is the number one thing I use that I've ever built in Etsy. The idea being you can take recipes and you can drag them over and put them in your meal plan, or you can drag them back. There are dedicated pages for each of these. There's also a perpetual grocery list, which helps you stock a pantry inventory. These are actually the same template, and dependent on the stock that you put, it will show you whether or not you have the item on hand. Next up, this is a pretty complicated shopping list. This client wanted this because she wanted to be able to break down her shopping list into the things she buys all the time. This is our main shopping list here. We had a one-day shopping list, just like things you want one day but are not a priority. A wish list. Some people would say this is the same. And then perpetual shopping list, perpetual monthly shopping list. Those things you buy all the time. Your perpetual grocery list. That is the same thing that lives in your meal planner and your household supply list and your shopping list. I'll say one thing, when you're selling Notion templates, a great thing to do. You want to have a lot of databases, but also not have a lot of databases. You want to make sure that things like your perpetual grocery list, people only have to enter it in once. that you are linking to databases so that when someone goes through and really sets up their planner, that all of these things will really populate for them. The Goal and Vision Hub, so this does goals in two ways. Here we have a goal task list and we have a goal template where you can set up goals. This is a template built within this database. We also have a goal planner here. Someone can sketch out their goals quarterly, yearly, however they want to. Here, I did leave all of these graphics for you. That is something that's kind of signature to my shop, but I did leave these here. You can always delete those, switch those out, whatever you want to do. The Financial Hub is involved. This is a bigger financial hub. There's a budget, finances, an account overview here. There's buttons that allow you to enter in a new paycheck, a new expense to here. A savings tracker, that is really just going to track accounts, financial goals, a habit tracker. And then this here is going to be those same databases from above, but broken down. Again, those things are going to be largely contained within toggles. Here is your Content Hub. This is shows, podcasts, movies, and then over here is a reading hub. You have My Bookshelf. You can enter in books, and when you put in, is it currently, are you reading it or not, you can include that. And then here we have a family planner. So here's your weekly schedule, your family database, and then here you can embed documents, contacts, school notes, and a calendar. A home planner. So this is, again, kind of what this also appears in your shopping hub. This is perpetual household supplies, service providers. You can put important links, documents, and manuals. Here you can have your own little inspiration board. There's a database here for home inspiration and a home inventory. The cleaning tracker here keeps track of cleaning tasks. People can set up their cleaning tasks. You can also break those down into the frequency. So if it's a weekly cleaning task, it'll appear here. If it's marked as daily, it will appear here. Sorry, I just added that by accident. Here's monthly, bi-weekly. I'm sure you get it. It's all going to be dictated by the frequency here. Same thing for quarterly, biannually, and yearly. And here is your cleaning task checklist. So as you type all these things in and you pick a frequency, it will populate into these lists up here. Again, everything closed up into toggles. I apologize, I clicked off that a little bit too fast. Here's a home project planner. This is for home project and for large home projects. And last is a travel planner. This is a simplified travel planner. If you purchase a bundle of multiple of my templates that you can sell, there will be a bundle where you can purchase multiple templates to sell. This is the simplified travel planner. There is a much more involved, complicated one. However, we kept this one simple for this client. Just travel inspiration, travel goods. Here's a calendar that will be filtered to just show travel items. And here's just a couple little things, a packing list, a family packing list. You can do this by trip, because here's a trip planner. And in this trip planner, you can obviously load photos. These will not be in the template that you receive. However, you can put possible dates, things to see. And the idea here is this trip planner, you would just duplicate it for every trip that you have. So this is a great template. ADHD or neurodivergent templates were a big thing in 2023 and still do hang on. Some people need the functionality that these can provide. Also the lack of visual overwhelm that is included in this one. This was created hand in hand with someone who is diagnosed ADHD and does really suffer from it. And so you could obviously tout that this was made in hands with somebody who was diagnosed and had very specific needs, and hand in hand we built this for her. And now you can take this template and sell it as your own. You will need to add aesthetics to make it your own, and that's just simply because it's going to make your template sell better if you have aesthetics and you have it themed. Images can help, certainly covers. I highly recommend that you use Canva to create graphics when you can. Even the Canva free version will give you a lot of options, particularly when it comes to things like covers and things that you can add here. So thanks so much for this. If you've already purchased the template, congratulations. If not, there will be a link in my bio a link in the product description and in the video description as to how to get to this template to purchase.